population of St. Charles has grown immensely over the decades, and while some things have stayed the same, there have also been many changes. And here with us are Justine and Vicki Berger Erwin, authors of a locally produced guidebook to St. Charles. Welcome, Vicki and Justine.
Thank you.
All right, so we finally have a guidebook to St. Charles, apparently. So it's been a long time coming. Vicki, what's the history on that? No guidebooks?
No guidebooks on St. Charles that are anything current, and there is so much to do there that this is a great opportunity that Justine and I have had to share all of those activities and things with the citizenry.
Yeah, and so St. Charles, I mean, a lot of us think of Main Street, St. Charles, right along the riverfront, but the book probably encompasses the entire St. Charles County area, is that correct?
Yes, it does. It includes the entire county, and one of the great things is that we found, we were very familiar with the area, and we found so many new things to do and things we weren't aware of, and we just wanted to share that. But there's an abundance of activities that are, geared towards families or are free, very inexpensive.
Yeah.
Really, there's something to do for all ages, and there's more than enough. You'll never run out.
So, Justine, are you a resident of St. Charles?
I am. I've lived there for almost 20 years.
And Vicki?
I worked in St. Charles. I owned a business and worked there.
Okay, and the business you owned was a bookstore. We were talking about that earlier.
Yes.
So, and you're an author of previous books. So, were you an author as well, Vicki?
I have several other books.
Okay, so how did you two come together then to co-write this book? Justine?
We had met when she had the store, and I took my book in, but our publisher actually mentioned that he thought we would be a really good fit to write together, and he was right. We had a really good time writing this book.
It just went perfectly.
Yeah. It must be challenging to co-write a book. What were the challenges and successes of that, Vicki?
Well, I think actually Justine was very easy to work with. I have to say that. And we divided things up. I have a particular interest in historical things, and so I took a lot of the historical things. Justine has particular interest in pet things for one, and wine.
Yes, I really like wine.
Pets and wine. So there's lots of things to do with pets and wine.
So she did a lot of the other things.
Okay, so the things to do, maybe parts of the book. All right, and how long did it take you then to write this book together?
Well, we were talking about it, and I think really the actual writing was maybe about 6 months. And, several months before that we would meet and start dividing and doing research. But it was a pretty quick process.
And we had to do a lot of research because we did visit and talk to the people that owned the businesses, eat in the restaurants. We did a lot of things. There were a lot of hands-on research involved in this book.
Are there actual reviews of the restaurants and retailers and that kind of thing, Justine?
I wouldn't say actual reviews. It's more of a, it lists not everything in the county. Obviously, we couldn't fit all that in the book, but some of our more favorite things to do or places. Anything that's really unique or has a real interesting history about it was included. And then we just talk about, sometimes there are prices listed, how to contact those places, and a lot of times just website info that you can get the information for yourself as well. But we did take the majority of pictures ourselves, which was really fun too. But yeah, anything that was pertinent information about the place we visited or the activity is included.
And you two must be the most knowledgeable two people right now about St. Charles. Would you say that's true? I mean, there must have been.
We met some very knowledgeable people.
Yes, we did.
Some of the people that are involved with the Convention and Visitors Bureau know a lot, but they were very sharing with us.
Yeah. Were there any particular surprises, things that you came across that you didn't know St. Charles had, or something in the history of the area? Anything that comes to mind?
Yeah. You want me to go first? Okay. Well, one of the things that I found was a thing called the Commemorative Air Force Museum. And this is at Smart Field, which is near Portage de Sioux. And we drove out there one afternoon. It's really a museum about World War II. It has an amazing amount of information. But the really spectacular thing about it is that there's an airplane hangar, and it has a lot of working aircraft from World War II. And at certain times of the year, you can actually rent one of the aircraft and take a ride in it. One of the things that had just opened was a canteen that was just like the ones that they would have at Army air bases in World War II. It was very fun.
Very interesting. We're going to come back to you in a minute. We're going to take a quick break, and I want to hear what surprised you, Justine. So stay with us at STL TV Live. We'll be back with Justine and Vicki after this break.